Hello again, everyone. This is part 2 of what I'm making for my grandma for a gift. It's gonna be an elephant I'm gonna be cross-stitching onto this square that I made. Now, if I can get this to get thin enough, I have a yarn needle here. And a yarn needle is different from other needles. It's different in the way that it is not sharp whatsoever, and it is bigger than other needles. In fact, I can show you the difference between a regular sewing needle versus a yarn needle. Yarn needles are a bit different from sewing needles, hence a little bit safer. I went ahead of time and kind of measured where I wanted to start. For this one, I'm starting at the trunk, but the reason I put this here is because this is like a blank canvas and I don't want to lose my spot. But once I get going, then I don't have to worry about it. But the first thing I want to do is try go through the hole Now, when it comes to this, I want to leave a little bit of a trail behind. Just since we can flip it over. In this case, we're just making like a cross stitch. Then I go up through that same hole. With this string, I want to make sure it's not too long either, so just a little bit. This is a really long string, so it's gonna be a little bit of a tricky one to handle. But now I want to go down through the top, going across this portion. But I want to try to do the same to the back. Let's see, we want to get that like so. Now, the reason I'm doing it so many times is to just get this pattern to be like a block. This time, I want to go across the bottom, which I know you cannot see that well. But there's like 4 holes that I'm guiding with this. Then we want to do this. It's kind of like a repeating passage. I'm just gonna keep pulling it until it's kind of taut. But you can actually already tell that it's starting to get into a stitch pattern. This time though, we want to go through this way. No right or wrong to do this, but this is how I make a cross stitch that goes on both front and back of these. Of course, if I make a mistake, I'm going to fix it before I get too far ahead. I just want to make sure this string is secure so it doesn't come undone. Then I can pull this taut. Same kind of deal. I just kind of go across. You can actually see the pattern that I'm trying to do. Let's see here. Looks like I want to go on this one. Even if it gets knotted up, it's okay. But I'm trying to literally do this to where it's both frontal and back. So once I'm done, it actually will create one of these stitches. And this is just from a pixel art, so one pixel is one stitch. But you can do it this way, where it just goes front and back. In any case, you have a good day, folks. This is part 2 of 3.